Hi guys, I'm just going to get a few things going here before I start. Making sure that I can hear everything. Hi guys. There we go. The volume is all good. I'm just going to minimize that. How is everybody tonight? I am going to show you guys how to make, where did I pop the rest of it? How to make this DIY Christmas chain, and it has Velcro on it. So you can get the chains on like so. And I also did some holographic thread on there. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make something like this. So this is another great Christmas sewing idea. And it's a DIY fabric Christmas chain with Velcro. So let's start. I'm going to pop you on the other camera here. Not that one, we're not sewing quite yet. Here we go. This one. So in order to make your DIY Christmas chain with Velcro or hook and loop or whatever you want to call it, you're going to need two different alternating pieces, or you could do it out of your fabric scraps. And basically we're going to make that like bag handle type thing. This technique pops up a lot in sewing. So this is a great thing to learn how to do. So the length of mine is 8.5 inches by 4 inches in width. And I have got 2 left of these to show you. And I have some other bits that still need some Velcro placing on. So you're going to take your pieces of fabric and you're basically going to fold it in half like so. Remember this when we were doing it for our bag strap. I did a reading pillow the other day that had a handle on it, and the reading pillow also has this. So if you want to know how to make a reading pillow, check out my YouTube tutorials. I have over 300 tutorials now. This is a live video, so this video isn't getting edited down at all. A lot of my videos are heavily edited. They are not live videos. I've been doing some live videos recently for Vlogmas. Vlogmas is a thing where creators create a different video every single day, and it's generally called Vlogmas. You'll see a lot of Vlogmas videos around YouTube right now. So I folded this in half like so, and then we're going to open it up. Now this is totally up to you, and personally it doesn't matter if you do it or not. This isn't going to be washed at all, but I want to get rid of these raw edges, and I fold it over a little bit, probably say like 1/4 inch, and do it at the other side as well, 1/4 inch, and press. And then we're going to fold it in on itself like so, and press again. And then we're going to go on this side and fold it in. So when you're making this DIY Christmas chain with Velcro, do everything in a production line. So you're doing everything all in one go, because otherwise you're just going to be jumping up and down all the time, and it's just easier to do everything all in one go. So get all of your fabrics all pressed like so. I'm going to do this other one. This is my last piece. I'm going to fold it in half again. I'm going to fold it in half in on itself. No, raw edges. 1/4 inch at one end. 1/4 inch on another end. and then fold it in on itself. Like this is how you would do your handles for your tote bags. Like I said, I've done a reading pillow with these types of handles on top. It turns up a lot, this, for doing a lot of sewing work. And then fold it in half again. Now you're going to have as many as you need in order to make the length that you want. So the next thing is I've got some coordinating holographic thread. Now this stuff is really easy to use if you know what you're doing with it. I also have a video on my YouTube channel with over 300 videos explaining how to use both of these holographic and metallic threads correctly. They don't want to be horizontal in your sewing machine, and they need a really good length in order to sew off. And what I use is one of these. It is a thread stand, and I will place the holographic thread in the stand, and it has a long length of clearance before it gets to the sewing machine, because it kind of tends to want to knot, twist and break. I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably will break on you a couple of times. Another thing is to knock the sewing machine speed down. I like to sew really fast, and this thread doesn't like to be sewn really fast because it's a metallic thread, and it's kind of like a plasticky material, and it's just fantastic for making things sparkly. I think you can just about see it. So I basically do 3 rows of holographic thread. So I've done the turquoise on the turquoise, and I've done the pink on the pink. So let's go over to the sewing machine. And I am also going to change my camera view, because yesterday I started to sew without changing the camera view. And I'm going to change, so in the bobbin thread, I have a regular white polyester in the bobbin thread. And I'm going to grab one of my holographic threads. I'm going to do the pink. So I'm going to put it in my thread stand, and then when it gets to the sewing machine, I'm just going to thread it as usual. Now sometimes this does like the automatic thread feeder, sometimes it doesn't. I would like to say out of 5 times of trying to use my automatic threader, it'll get it 1 every 5 times. There you go. That was not 1 out of 5 times, was it? And also what you want to do is pull a really long tail on this holographic thread. Now I'm going to grab one of my pink sections, and I'm going to take it at one end, go forward, back stitch, and then go forward. And I like to grab it from the back and hold it taut, because sometimes it can have a tendency of wanting to like pucker the fabric. So I'm not pulling the fabric through, I'm just holding the fabric taut. And I'm going to reverse. And then I'm going to lift my needle up, and I'm going to pull a long thread tail. I'm going to hold it and push it to the back, because if you use your automatic cutter or something, or you cut it too short, this holographic thread is going to pop right out of your needle, and it's just a pain to keep on having to thread it all the time. So if you want to learn any more about holographic threads and how to use holographic thread in your sewing machine, I have a fantastic tutorial that is very edited that you can watch. So I'm just going to hold that flat and send it through. Reverse. Lift the needle up and press the foot. Pull it all through, leaving a nice long tail. And then I'm going to go through for a third time. Let me know if you've ever used holographic thread before, and if you have found it a pain, and whether any of these tips are going to help you. And again. I'm just going to hold it so it's nice and lift it up and pull. So make sure you have a nice long tail so it just doesn't pull back through that needle. Who's going to make a DIY Christmas chain with Velcro? The Velcro is coming up shortly. I've had a few people comment about Velcro and saying that they can't sew on it, and I'm not quite understanding why you guys are struggling with it. There we go. And then you're going to have these like really long tail things, and you're just going to cut them off. So I'm going to do that. I'll do that right now. Off camera a little bit. I'll just talk so you know I'm still here. So I'm just going to cut them tails right off that we left as an overlap. And cut these off. Cut this one off. Right, so I now have a few of these going on here. And now I'm going to get my Velcro, and I have like an inch square of Velcro here. So I'm going to change my holographic thread off because we don't want this. I'm going to put some regular white polyester. I mean, you can use pink if you want, doesn't really matter. White, pink, whatever colour your fabric is. I'm going to just put that on. Thread my sewing machine. Take that to the back. Now I use my regular sewing foot for sewing Velcro onto fabric, and I am going to do it on, so you take both of these Velcro pieces apart, and then I'm going to put one on one side. So I'm just going to sew all the way around this square. So this is the soft, fluffy side of the Velcro. We go all the way around. And if you notice, I've got my pivot key on, so every single time I stop with my accelerator, my foot just goes up and down automatically. I don't have to go to the back of my machine. It automatically does it for me. I sew with a Babylock Soprano. I'm not doing a crisscross in the middle, I'm just going around in a circle or square, around the square. Now you're going to have these tails again. Let's just chop the tails off. And then what we're going to do is, it's going to go around in a circle, and we want to obviously have it so our holographic thread is showing. So you're going to have one bit of Velcro on one side. So I've got it on this holographic side, and on the other side is the non-holographic side, because it wants to be closed like so. So you're going to want to put your rough side of your Velcro on that side, and it's good just to double check before you sew it down. Now, this is that kind of like side that has a teeth on it. And I'm using the regular sewing foot for this Velcro. I'm going to show you. I have absolutely no problems with tension, no problems with the thread. It's all stitching down nicely. I haven't changed my tension. I haven't done anything. I'm just sewing straight on to this Velcro. And I'm helping it through. I'm giving it a little bit of a push with my finger, as you can see. And that's that. I'm going to take this one off. And then I'm going to take away this. I'm going to change the camera a second. This is my chain so far. Oh, I obviously need some more teal right now. But I would then close that up. And then you just attach that to the other side, but obviously need another teal. So I'm going to leave that to one side a second, and we'll do a teal. So I can get a piece of your Velcro, take both of these out. As long as you remember you're sewing one on one side and one on the other side, you can clearly see this is the holographic side. So, around. Take this off here, flip it around, because you want to sew it correctly. Just double check. This is the part with the teeth. I'm having absolutely no trouble with my Babylock Soprano. Take it out. And nip that. So I'm going to change my camera over. So I've got a teal bit now, so can add that on, can add the other bit on, and it's starting to grow in length. Obviously you're going to need quite a long, maybe 60 inches in length for a decent decoration length. Let's carry on. We are going to have a fantastic DIY Christmas chain with Velcro. If you have any Christmas sewing ideas for me, let me know in the comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe because I have over 300 sewing tutorials, most of which are very highly edited. I don't do many lives. I'm doing lives because of Vlogmas. This time I started that with the rough side of the Velcro. And then this is the soft side of the Velcro. I haven't done that much Christmas sewing this year. I got into making some Christmas ornaments, some Christmas decorations, and I have a few Christmas ornament videos on my YouTube channel. So I cut these Velcro pieces to 1 inch. The sewing machine tension has not been changed. My Babylock Soprano is an awesome sewing machine. I have no cat today. I told Sophia if she doesn't come in my room, she's not going to be famous. And she just walks out. She obviously doesn't care. One each piece of Velcro. Your fluffy side first. This is non-stick as well. Don't get the sticky stuff. It's not good for your sewing machine. Only get the sew on Velcro. because the sticky is too sticky. Now we've got the rough side of the Velcro with the regular sewing machine foot, and I'm using a Babylock Soprano. I'm currently making a DIY Christmas chain with Velcro. It's a great Christmas sewing idea. For Vlogmas Day 5. And this is the last one I'm going to sew with you guys. My piece of Velcro, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to go with the rough side first. I'm using a regular sewing machine foot to sew down this Velcro on my Babylock Soprano sewing machine. And this video has not been sponsored, by the way. I have not changed the tension. So it wants to be on the opposite side. And this is the fluffy side of the Velcro. And I'm sewing it with a regular sewing foot with polyester thread in both the bobbin and the top thread. So that was the last fabric chain that I'm going to sew with you guys. So let's take it over to the other camera. To get our other chains, and you're just going to open that Velcro and you are going to put it on that DIY Christmas chain. Oh no, I've got one more pink. I could have done with another a teal. So you would just carry on that process and create a load of chains for your DIY Christmas chain with Velcro. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I don't have a cat today, which is really sad. So don't forget to subscribe to my videos. I have over 300 sewing tutorials and quilting tutorials. I can't believe that there isn't a tutorial over there that you would find helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for having no putty cats here today, but thank you. Bye.